Together, recover stronger.
Latest from Indonesia's G20 presidency. Now, the G20 Digital Economy Working Group held its fourth meeting in Bali, Indonesia, managing to produce 2 documents filled with key agreements on 3 priority issues, namely digital connectivity and post-pandemic recovery, digital literacy and skills, as well as data-free flow with trust and cross-border data flow. Now, the consensus on various solutions and initiatives will then be used as a reference point, for the G20 summit in Bali later this year, with the hope of improving the global digital economy that has been growing rapidly in the past 15 years. The fourth and final meeting of the G20 Digital Economy Working Group concluded on Thursday, producing key agreements between the world's 20 largest economies on how to accelerate the development of the global digital economy and how to make it more inclusive and equal. Discussions and agreements within the Digital Economy Working Group focused on 3 priority issues, namely digital connectivity and post-pandemic recovery, digital literacy and skills, as well as data-free flow with trust and cross-border data flow. Indonesia's Minister of Communication and Informatics, Johnny G. Plate, affirmed that G20 countries successfully agreed on solutions and new measures on those 3 priority issues, which were produced into 2 summary documents that will later serve as an input for the final G20 summit in Bali later in November.
The outcome documents reflects that the Indonesian presidency has received consensus on all substantive issues from all of DEWG members according to its priority issues. The chair summary, which consists of our next concrete steps, will be delivered as an input to the President of Indonesia, Bapak Joko Widodo, for the purpose of leading the G20 Leaders Summit in November.
Minister Plate also affirmed that those consensus were not simply initiatives, but also resulted in concrete actions that were carried out throughout Indonesia's G20 presidency. In regards to digital literacy and skills, G20 delegates managed to create a toolkit which will be used to standardize the measurement of digital skills and literacy that will be useful for objective policy making and reducing gaps and inequalities in the digital sector. On digital connectivity, G20 delegates agreed that the move towards strengthening digital connectivity should be people-centered as opposed to the previous digital human-centered concept. G20 delegates also agreed that cross-border data flow and data-free flow with trust should be conducted based on principles of fairness, transparency, and lawfulness. Meanwhile, G20 delegates also expressed appreciation towards Indonesia's efforts in conducting dialogues with multi-stakeholders to identify the steps to facilitate the better management of the global digital economy. Working to improve inclusivity, equality, and efficiency in the digital economy is indeed very important, as it is the future of global economic development. Currently, the digital economy makes up 15.5% of the global GDP, and in the past 1.5 decades has grown 2.5 times faster than the global GDP itself.
Recover together, recover stronger.